It was in March of 2016 that Dr. Dickman suggested that Jim go on the hospice program. And then he died on September 10th of 2016, so it was just 6 months. I thought it would be longer. Yeah. I thought it would be longer because he was doing rather well considering all the things he had against him. He had had a heart attack, so he saw a cardiologist. He saw a urologist because he had a catheter. Vascular, he'd had problems with blood clots in his legs. He had even had surgery to have a blood clot removed. COPD, the pulmonologist. So he had AFib, atrial fibrillation, so he was on Coumadin for that. So he really had a lot of things that took us to the clinic regularly. I said, well, could we get some home health care? And so we had gotten acquainted with Upland Hills through that home health care. And that was just wonderful. They treated us so well. So when Dr. Dickman talked about hospice, I said, yes, if we can have Upland Hills. And that's how that started. Oh, we traveled to Norway. We made a trip to Norway in 2004, and that was just so wonderful. We spent 6 weeks over there. We visited relatives on both sides of the family, his side and my side. Oh, it was just wonderful. We went to Arizona to visit his son Eric and Dee Dee. Went to Oklahoma to visit his son John. We went to weddings. We went to New York. Went to Northfield, Minnesota, to the St. Olaf Choir concerts at Christmas time, and they put on a dinner serving lutefisk and lefse, and that was just a highlight for him. He just loved that. So he loved to travel. They were able to do so much for us that here at home, he was so happy that he could stay at home. It really made such a difference in our lives, because we had pretty much, I say we had become housebound pretty much. We would make a plan. We would go to church that Saturday night, and when the time came, he would say, I really don't feel like it. So more and more, we were just becoming housebound. It was hard to even go to the clinic for the appointments. We were having to postpone, cancel appointments. But when he started on the hospice, they could do so much of even his blood tests. They could do at home and take them to the clinic, and that was really a big help. And the more help there was to me, the better it was for him. He was so grateful for everything. He had such a cheerful disposition, and he was so thankful for everything that each one of them did for him. And I just have to tell you that one of the things that was so helpful was the volunteer that came on Wednesday afternoons she would come, she said she'd come at 1 o'clock and be here till 4. And that would be a time when I could go and do my list of errands that I had been saving up, because I did not want to leave him alone. How great to be able to have a volunteer program within Upland Hills. And how wonderful those people are to give their time like that. And she drove from Highland. Pastor Kathy was here, and we were standing around his bed. He was, I think he heard, but he wasn't really communicating. But we were singing his favorite songs. He loved to sing, and he loved the songs. And he had been singing "Morning is Broken." You know, you would just hear him sing "Morning is Broken." That she said, "Would you like to have a prayer?" And that just was so touching to me. So loving. And Pastor Kathy had a prayer, and I think that he was able to respond with a squeeze. They were all so quiet. They were all so gentle. They were all so kind. I was so impressed. I was so impressed with every one of them. I just can't tell you. And it was just a beautiful experience. It really was. So I have just good things to say about Upland Hills Hospice and Upland Hills Home Care. They were all such wonderful additions to our family, and they were like family to us.